You're now ashamed of the things that you used to do, things that end in eternal doom. But I can tell you that hell is absolutely real. I was talking to somebody the other day about faith, and I was sharing the gospel. In response to the gospel, said, how can a loving father reject his children and send them to hell? I don't believe there is a hell. There is no hell. To which I quickly rebutted back and said, listen, the Father does not reject his children. The children have rejected the Father. And those who've rejected the Father cannot be made holy. And so because they have elected to put their hope for righteousness upon themselves, it'll never be obtained, and they say no to him. And because of that result, they're left to eternal doom. Yes, there is a hell. Now, if you believe what Christ has spoken, you believe that. He didn't have to speak on it much. I don't think he should have to. I mean, honestly, a lot of his sermons weren't about hell. That's true. I don't think he should have to talk about it much. It's like, okay, that was one sermon on hell. Good, I don't want to go there. Let's move on. So he talks way more about other things like we have struggles with in money because, man, it's true, but life is forever. That is what makes the gospel so important. So I have a real important question when I came across this passage, and it's a question that, please, I beg you to consider and investigate in the text. Do you believe there's a hell? You don't have to shout out your answer, but if you believe there's a hell, then think about your neighbor and your friend and your sons and daughters and moms and dads. Because if we see that there's a real hell, why? I mean, I'm not beating us up, but gosh, I feel like how we spend our time and what we talk about, what we don't talk about. Like, can we just filter our lives through that? Is there an eternal doom without Christ and no hope and sin forever? Man, the urgency. If Christ is coming back tomorrow, the urgency we should have in our hearts to reach people for the gospel of Christ.